Has this car been to the track?
Yeah, I was at ACO last year when we had the VR30 versus B58.
What'd you run at the track?
Car was like running 10.4.
10.4.
Yeah.
You guys want to see a New York versus Jersey shootout?
Jersey been getting cleaned up.
Jersey
so.
is getting cleaned up.
I think a lot of people say you're humble too. I don't know if you noticed that. Most humble guy in street racing in New York.
I'll be chilling.
What's done to your car? Welcome back to another episode of the Street Alpha Podcast. Today we got my guy Josh here, and we got a very special two guests today. Back for the second time because we never released that episode.
Thank you very much.
Which is actually the second episode that we did not release. But I was going to release this one before, but the audio was pretty trash. So I figured, why not have him come back? It's been about a month or two since he's been here, right? 2 months?
Yeah. I mean, was it 2 months?
It's been like 2 months.
No, like a 1 month. It's been a month.
Okay, maybe a month.
Cool.
Time's flying because we do this every single day almost. So today we have Silvr and Chino. Let's clap it up for Silvr and Chino.
Yes, sir.
So today, or tonight, I should say, you guys have, or you have a run, right?
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool because last time I think you had a run the night before. Right?
Was it?
Like,
Yeah,
like
it was
a night or 2 nights before,
Yeah,
yeah
2
so
nights ago.
It was like a month ago. Who you running tonight?
Hesi G80.
Hesi's G80. How you feel about that?
I don't know.
I see a lot of drama going on in the. So before that, did Rock initiate that? Because I know he put a post up and I saw you in the comments.
Nah. So basically, what happened was after the Supra, before the Supra, we was talking about running each other, but like time schedule wasn't working.
Yeah.
And like we know we would talk about it here and there. And then he's like, "Oh, I don't want to run this car. 'Cause I'm scared of it, quote unquote." So I'm like, "Nah, like I'm just, I'm not rushing." And after Rock's post, he's like, "Oh, like street racing became wild because a lot of people more focused on, guaranteed wins." And it was boring. So then he said, like, "Yo, comment who y'all want to call out." And Hesi called me out, and I'm like, "Yo, we spoke about it, but if you want, we could do it." And then here we are.
Yeah, I spoke about it like in the
multiple
group chat,
times. It came up in the chat, in the comments. So it was just like, "Yo, we're just gonna do it."
So it started with the comments and then the chat.
Nah, it started in the group chat, then comments, and then out.
Okay,
So
yeah,
back
I saw
and
that.
forth.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spicy.
I saw that because I know you saw. Well, I know you said something about like we already spoke about it, like you just said. So you doing it for like social media, or are you doing it like?
Yeah, I like how like if we say we're gonna run, don't keep repeating this because to me it's like okay, it's either like it's weird. I don't know. We spoke about it and it's whatever. Just when you're ready.
Do you feel like that's part of the sport though? Like we had this conversation with Ange when he was here, and he was saying it's sort of like how boxing is. Like
you have to talk shit. It brings entertainment.
Right. But does that bother you?
Nah, we all talk shit. End of the day, it's all love for the same sport. So we crack about it, we laugh about it, but in the heat of the moment, it's like you're my enemy.
Right.
So.
But everyone's cool, obviously.
Nah, yeah.
So is he driving?
Yeah.
Okay. That's his brother's car, right?
Correct.
Does his
how do you feel about that though? Like he's driving.
Well, I was gonna say, so
brother.
does his brother usually drive?
Nah, he don't race.
Oh, he don't race. He just has. Okay. So how do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like
I mean, I don't.
Cheat code.
Like it's a little bit of cheat code? Because Hesi's a good driver.
Man, I don't be caring like that. I mean, again, he said most times brother don't race, so it's whatever. But like if he was racing before and then like, oh, I'm not doing it now, then it's like I would see me as funny. But other than that, I mean, it is what it is. So.
Yeah. So you guys didn't obviously talk about Stips yet, did you?
Nah, it was only not the spot, but it's normally always the same stuff.
Same stuff. It's heads up.
Yeah, to the 8th.
Oh, to the 8th. Okay. So you feel like you're gonna. I mean, I would hope you say you're gonna win.
Nah, what's a G dub? That's a G dub. I'm smack. Yeah. Unless it's a win for him, but nah, I tell you all the time, like I don't mind taking gambles once it makes sense, but like I don't want to come to you and think it's a fair run, but it coming to find you kill me like cars ahead was like, what was the point?
I don't know if that's gonna happen. We were at the last one with the junior in his car, and I feel like you might have a good shot.
It's this one. If it's what he says it is, it should be a fair. It's more like a who's the better driver, or who reacts better.
Facts.
So
facts. Nah, I want to see this because I want to see where that car lines up because we all know how fast your car is. Yeah. For sure.
Slow as hell.
That might be like, who knows? He might have turned it up today or something.
Probably.
So are you flagging?
Oh, we gotta talk to Hesi about it, but majority of the time, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about the race that's gonna? It's a driver's race. It's a driver's race. Whoever reacts, that's who wins.
Yeah.
If Silvr trees him, most likely he's gonna win. Hesi trees him, it's over.
I'm curious about this one. So
Are you mutual?
Huh?
Of course.
Okay.
You know?
he's got
Always,
we'll talk about that in a second. So
Always.
for those of you guys who don't know, are you comfortable being? I mean, I already know you're a flagger, right? Basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So Chino is a flagger for a lot of the runs. I'm assuming, right? So, how does it feel to be like? Because you know everybody, and we've spoken about this when we were on Ox episode about flaggers. So how does it feel when like you know everybody and you kind of have to? I don't want to say choose sides because whatever's fair is fair. But does it put you in a very uncomfortable position to have to make decisions sometimes when you know the people?
So the thing about that is that it doesn't make me uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, like they signed you up for that job for a reason. You know, you got to make a fair call on both sides.
Right.
Like for example, Silvr's racing tonight with Hesi. I'm very cool peoples with both of them, and whoever wins wins. And if I'm gonna be like not mutual about it and lean towards one side, it's pretty obvious to tell. So. That's a bad image, and you just don't want that to be out there.
There was that one run you had where, who was it? It was the Supra, and I think it was a G80.
The G80 in Jersey?
Yeah.
All right, so that was a very controversial run.
Yeah. So you were flagging that run.
Yes,
right?
I was.
And I remember, I don't know if it was after the run or before when you guys were doing stips.
Yep.
Somebody had mentioned that, like, oh, you came with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's
that? Was Wagner. Wagner,
Okay.
you know, he's always talk shit.
Yeah.
He was the one that's telling me, yeah, you came with them.
So
Meanwhile,
is that an issue?
I found out literally an hour before the race, and he's over here just talking shit. But I'm actually really close with the G80. I'm very close with Dre,
Right.
which is one stock. And so there was a race that nobody else was flagging, so they just signed me up. And I was the one who brought up the creep issue because I'm so close with the G80 owner that I know that car creeps.
Right.
So Rock's video did not show that clip of me saying it, but I was the one who brought up the creeping part.
Right.
Because I knew that car was going to creep. So I told them, you got to figure it out. But I say, if you creep before he flashes, which is the Supra, because he got ready second, then we'll run it back. But if you see the video, the time that the G80 creeps, the Supra flashes at the same exact time. So that's the type of situation where as a flagger, you really got to look at the video and like be like, all right, am I going to give it the run back, like their rerun?
Yeah.
Or am I going to pay the Supra? So
Now, the outcome of that race, do you think it was fair?
definitely, 100%.
Okay. So, from watching it, the G80 never left, right?
No, never left.
So, in the stips, you guys, they were supposed to reset if somebody did creep, right?
So the reset thing was if he creeped before the Supra flashes light to ready up. And as I said, he crept at the second that the Supra flashed. So it's split second right there.
Split second.
So now you understand the step. It's not before. It's the same time. So it's different.
Copy. Okay. I just wanted to clear that up because that was a controversial
Very,
one.
very controversial.
Super.
Yep.
And in the comments, I think people felt like, people always talk about people don't pay.
Yep.
Do you think even if something would have been different in that race that they still would have paid up?
In all honesty, I feel like if the G80 crept a little bit earlier, they would have got their rerun back, no problem.
Right.
Because that was a step.
Yeah.
But, the shit happened, and that's how it is.
Facts.
All
right. So I think what I want to get into is more of your background. I know we spoke about it last time. Yeah. But honestly, it feels like it was so long ago that I don't even remember what we spoke about. Honestly, that last interview we had with you. So I guess we can go back to go back in the day a little bit with you and how you started. So this isn't your first car, is it?
First modified car, yeah.
First modified car. So how did you get into
So again, I grew up in the shop with my pops since I was little. So like, he would teach me here and there, and then eventually as I got older, I started like watching more car videos, and then one day I'm like, yo, I wanted to build a car together. So originally I was into the whole takeover thing.
Okay.
So I was supposed to get a Charger instead of this. So when I went to the
I do remember that.
when I went to the deal, I was mad. He like, but your credit too new. So he like, yo, just start with this. So then I'm like, it should be decent. I joined the forum, started watching YouTube videos, and then once I started learning, I told myself how to work on this car, and then from there I'm like, yo, I'm gonna stick to it. Yeah. And here I am with it now.
I can't even imagine you. I think I said it last time too. I don't think I could imagine you in a Charger. Or maybe can you see me in a Charger?
Yeah,
At a point in time, I wanted it, but not anymore.
I see him like going to like takeovers, one of those. And then,
Back then, yeah, not
and
no.
then Chino will be in the.
Why do you feel that way though?
No, well,
Why do you feel
Chino
that
will
way?
be in the back, like had the flag out, like
Yeah, the African flag.
Oh wow.
So that's crazy. So I had an interview last week, and somebody had mentioned to me, or they were trying to. I don't know if they were trying to debate. My guy Steph wasn't trying to debate. I think he loves American cars. Do you feel like, do you feel like you get more power for money with American car as opposed to
over a JDM?
Or
That's
European?
different.
I mean, you can say yes, because we really think about it, like, American parts is all over America. They're dirt cheap, if I'm be honest with you. Like, the JDM car, JDM is still more complex. You got to put more work, find more parts. So it's like, it's a little more work. But I'll say American's car can make a little more power easier with a little less money.
So with this car, how can you do a downpipe and tune and make good power?
Downpipe and tune on these cars, you can make like around 450, 440 to the wheel on a 93 tune.
With E is different.
Nah, 93.
But with E is
with E you could probably get close to like 500.
That's like a Supra.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just that we have weight, so.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Yeah, but to put in full bolts on in your car, how much would it be?
I mean, full bolts on the pen. So like normally standard people do like intake, heat exchanger, exhaust, and then just do a 93 tune. If you're gonna go E, you need a flex fuel kit and a low pressure fuel pump. Then you can do a high pressure, and then
Yeah, but how much would that be?
To be honest, the thing with these cars is it's expensive. So like.
Wait, hold on. Let's not get there yet.
That's gonna be a list.
Hold on, give me a second. So you got this car, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was your first mod, and how what was your first?
Tints. That got a spoiler. My tints is the mod. That's 10 mile per hour, huh?
You said tints.
Yeah.
You consider that a mod?
Everybody does it. 10
Why is that a mod?
Is that a mod?
I don't know. Like,
I'm just curious. I'm asking.
Who in a fishbowl? Why would
But
you
it's
want to do
not
that?
modifying your car though.
Brother. That's a mod.
Yeah, what's a mod?
It's a mod.
What's a mod?
Bro, it's a mod.
Modifying.
Oh,
Okay.
this is good.
If we went to our performance part, you could say exhaust. Better?
Okay, exhaust.
Okay.
That's fair.
He's happy now. Exhaust.
Was it NVIDIA?
Yeah, that's what I had.
That's like the common one.
That shit sounded nice.
Yeah, I had that too back in the day. Was it N1 or it was like a?
Not just NVIDIA. It's just like only one they make for these cars.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So after that, how long were you with that mod before you actually started? Did you race with that at all?
Nah. When I first got the car, I was just doing stuff just to keep me like happy with it. Cause at the time I was still mad because I wanted a Charger.
Yeah.
So I did that. Then I did downpipe. I don't know. Yeah.
Yo.
Nah, I did full bolt on basically. So like in a month, I had downpipes, intake.
What year was this though?
That was like 2 years ago. It's like 20.
Okay.
2020 or 2021? One or the other.
2020.
Nah, I think it's 21.
Probably
I can't remember.
2
Whatever.
years ago, yeah.
One of them.
So you did FBO.
Yeah, that I put E in the car because again I was teaching myself how to work on it because that was like my first modified car. So I was like teaching myself, buying stuff, reading. So yeah, I went on E, low pressure fuel pump, and I was just playing around with it.
So that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What was your first run after that?
I had fun runs with my boy. His name is Jamrock. He had a 440 at the time, and my son Looney. So we had met up randomly, and then we was just doing fun runs. I was getting smoked because I was on 20s.
You had 20s on this?
Yeah. At the time, I was still new to it. I was learning. So like.
Damn, boy.
And the car kept going limp. Cause I had a baby heat exchange, so that shit was heat soaking. It was a lot of shit, but I was learning. So.
You had 20s. Were they stretch tires?
Nah, there was some niche wheels or some bronze. I'm pretty sure you've seen it before. A lot of Infinities get them.
Really?
You know which one it is. But yeah, they were heavy. I was a show car. Still in to this day.
20s. So did you know anything about what you were doing? Because I don't think I've ever asked this question, but like, when you first start racing, do you like research it on the internet or you just go out and figure stuff out yourself?
So I mean, it was a little bit of both, but I was in a forum. So like I was watching, like when people had a problem, I just go through the comments and read it. So I would teach myself like in case.
Yeah.
So I was speaking with somebody. I was Boost Fiend. Yeah, that was the first person who started talking to me like when I got that car. So like he was telling me, hey, you need some lightweight wheels, yada yada yada. So he's a parts dealer himself. So I was like, okay, like one at a time. So I was easing myself into everything little by little.
Damn. So what about you, Chino? Did you start with the you have a Corvette, right?
Yeah, I had a vet. I have a vet.
That's your first so you're an American.
No, I had I started off with a Mustang. 6 shift, took it home, and like my mom didn't even know. I didn't know how to drive stick. I was like 14. And then I went into BMWs. I got into like the show car stuff like this guy.
Yeah.
So I had like a wide body E36. It was boosted.
Dope.
I had everything, you know. And then after that, I decided like, you know what, like, I see people doing runs and stuff. You watch it on YouTube, which is a huge thing.
Right.
Like you see cash days from 1320, and you see the roll.
1320, yeah.
You see the roll racing in Texas, and you're like, damn, I want to do that. So you just keep leveling up. And I got a vet, but it's junk. It's junk.
He said it's junk.
It's junk. It's junk.
How long have you had it for?
The vet is probably the longest I kept the car. It's probably like 4 months.
Oh,
I'm
damn.
not even kidding. I don't
fresh.
really.
It's a fresh
Yeah.
build.
I mean, the second I got it, I knew what I was gonna do to it.
Yeah.
I took the motor apart, did everything at Habibi built. Shout out to him, but I kept the car there for literally weeks. Like, I'm talking about like 6 a.m. stuff, like all the way from like we get there like 2 in the afternoon,
Yeah.
and get out like 7 in the morning, like working on my car.
Damn, bro. I've
Yeah.
had nights like that with the S2000 in the garage.
Yep.
It's fun, but it's I remember I was pissed off a lot of the time when something didn't
See,
work.
the thing is, it's like you get pissed off at
Yeah.
first, and then after, like, you really remember like all the nights and like all that shit. Like,
Yeah, it's worth it, man.
it's worth it.
Yeah,
Like,
once
with
you
your
get that tuned and
boys,
everything, yeah.
with your man's, like, it's worth it.
Nah, it's definitely
memories.
worth it. 100%. So, you've had that for 4 months, and is it like running yet or?
So I gotta get it tuned
Okay.
by Spencer Darrow. I gotta take it to the dyno to get it tuned, because after you do your motor build, it's a stock motor. You gotta, and a cam and all that stuff. Like, you gotta tune it, because right now you turn it on, that shit, it's running rough, like really rough. So
Really?
gotta get it tuned, different injectors and that. So
Somebody DM'd me and asked if we could interview Habibi built.
yeah, Habibi built. That's his name is Islam. He used to work for Arcade Tunes.
Oh, really?
He used to be like the master tech over there.
Oh, I think I met him before.
He's the one that's always
Yeah,
in,
yeah, 2
years ago
always
he
in
was
the
there?
Arcade Tunes videos, and he's the one that's always working on Jordan's cars. He was a master tech there, yeah.
I feel like we did. Well, how long is he? Well, so how long has he had his own shop for?
He's had his own. Me and him and our boys Aesthetic Works, we opened it up like 6 months ago.
Oh, so we definitely seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because arcade when the Supra first came out, everyone was doing arcade tunes.
Yeah.
Yep,
Like,
he was
stuff.
doing everything, man. He was the
Okay.
first person to put front mounts in,
Oh, really?
like physically and stuff like that. So,
Damn, that's crazy. Small
but
world.
shout out him. He was a really good guy. He's a really good guy. He's one of my
Yo, I
best
forgot
friends.
about arcade.
Yeah, he's one of my
Yeah,
best
We
friends.
gotta get arcade now.
That's dope. Yeah, I've seen some people mention him, and I've seen his name. Like, up
He's
on a
doing
couple-
it, man.
Yeah.
He came out of his garage to arcade, to back to his garage, and now he owns a shop. So, you know.
Does he work on Oxcar or no?
No, so
Because I saw that somehow they know each other, right?
yeah, because Ak hit me up and asked me if I could use, they could use a BB shop and get something done.
Okay.
And then I put them together, and
Copy.
That's
maybe
dope.
something happened. Maybe
Yeah, that's
did it.
dope. That's dope. It's definitely cool when you can
Link your
collab.
homies, man. That's
Yeah.
all that matters, bro.
I noticed that about you though. You seemed like well connected with everybody, and it seems like you're literally. I think that's why you're a flagger, is because you're literally neutral.
Everybody got to eat, man. One
Yeah.
hand feeds the other, you
It's
know?
the
Like,
Asian thing, you know.
yeah, it's the Asian thing. There's no animosity, man. It doesn't matter if you hate them, if you love them. It doesn't matter. Like, if you got to help somebody out, you just got to help somebody out.
Nah, facts.
It is what it is.
That's a fact. It
Like, that's how I
definitely
became friends with him. Because
Yeah,
he
he-
literally...
is. So talk about that, because you guys are like.
So, I used to be on... So, we had this M4. I don't know if you guys remember Edwin.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, right? Here we go.
Yeah.
So, Edwin, he had the blue M4, the F82.
I don't know if I have to see. I have to see it.
So,
Yeah.
he raced Silvr. And it was... Bro, it was... Well, what's the word to describe it?
How long ago was that?
This
That
was
was
like
last
a
year.
year. Yeah,
A
a
year
year
ago,
ago.
right?
That was the first time I got
racing.
angry at a race. I ain't gonna lie.
He was so mad. People were trying to throw hands. It was probably...
Wait, what? Hold
I'm
on.
talking about one of the worst races you could be at.
So talk about that. Talk about what the
Oh,
six
yeah,
were for
let's
that.
talk
How
about
it
this.
even escalated.
It was not stiff really well. The stiff kind of played a role, but not really. Because basically what happened was my car, I don't know what happened. That was the first time I had my car crept. So when I felt I was flashing, but when I was flashing, everyone got basically flashed that he was ready. He went. So I was trying to tell him, like, bro, I gave a warning before he left. So, like, it should be a rerun.
Yeah.
There was too many arguments and too many people yelling. Like, it was a lot.
A lot of
You know,
chefs.
and then I don't know, for some reason somebody called Hesi, and then Hesi came in and said something, and next you know the decision was me.
Hesi
I'm
came
like,
out of nowhere, out of thin air.
yeah.
What?
I think I remember that video.
From that day, I was telling like, bro, what the fuck, like, I fuck with Hesi. He cool and all, but like, bro, where the fuck you come from? Like, what?
He literally came. He wasn't there.
Bro, he popped up in
literally
10
did-
minutes and said, oh, in my opinion, this, that, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm paying them. Before he even got there, 'cause they're like, okay, they told everyone, like, yo, how much you put into the money, and then for me to just give him my own, basically give him what he put in. I was cool with that. Coming to me, I don't think that was a race where I should pay full, because again, if I was flashing like something was wrong before,
Yeah.
he took off. So, I mean, it happened, but
Was it with his team though?
So me and him were on opposite teams,
that day, yeah.
and then we ended up talking it out, being cool, and then like a week later, I think he hit me up to buy 8 pails of gas, like normal gas, like 87
That's cap.
Show car.
87.
show car,
The show
87.
car.
So he hit me up like, shout out DNA Racing also.
Nah, yeah, they
DNA
blessing.
Racing, yo, they're the only ones out here that are gonna deliver you anything, bro.
It's funny, they
And
bringing me some gas tonight, too.
they're bringing
Good-
him
What's the
DNA,
name?
DNA
Racing
Racing,
in
yeah,
Mineola,
good people.
Horton Highway.
Okay.
Like, shout out to DNA for real.
That's dope. They deliver.
They have a big
delivery.
red like van with DNA Racing on it. You'll see him at the race tonight, man.
They probably
Really?
not gonna bring the van, but nah,
They bring the van.
Yeah, I
bro.
think they delivered to us too.
Yeah, man. They
Oh, that's fire. I
they
definitely
lit,
got
bro,
an
and they're the
Instagram?
yeah,
DNA
DNA
Racing.
Racing, and they're the only ones in Long Island other than SK Speed that will deliver and
Yeah,
have
SK
everything.
Speed is expensive though.
DNA
I
shit.
mean, obviously parts are expensive if
Nah,
you can
but
get them
yeah.
right away.
No, yeah, DNA. Shout out DNA though, but
That's fire. I never knew that.
so yeah, I bought 8 pails of gas for him, and then
Yeah, we'll put that in the description, guys. If it's Long Island only.
definitely Long
Nah, they
Island,
deliver all
Long
over
Island,
the-
Bronx, like
Also
everywhere.
New York, tri-state.
Yeah, they'll
Yep.
deliver, yeah. Just
That's
gotta
fire.
let them know.
So we'll definitely put them in
Like
the
you know,
description.
One Stock F30. Remember
Yeah.
his carbon hood?
Right.
They bought it through DNA.
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen the picture outside of the shop.
So
That's
it's not
the-
cheese parts too.
It's everything. It's carbon. It's gas.
Yeah, pretty much
parts.
everything.
Vibrant performance.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's
they-
fire.
He got
they got some shit.
Hesi's carbon hood on his car too. Like they get everything, yo.
That's dope. I didn't even know that.
And
So
they're
like I
all
said,
cool
guys,
peoples.
We'll definitely put it in the description for sure.
They'll hook you up.
So I asked you this last time, that first race that you had the experience, and I think I asked you if you were nervous, and if you were nervous during steps.
Nah, Stibbs, I know how to talk, so that don't be
Even
bothering
the first
me.
time.
First time. I mean, when people were saying, I kind of like put the understanding into my head. So the more you watch people talk, you learn and you pick little stuff up. So yeah.
So when you go to runs, basically, you were basically just watching to see what was going on before you could kind of.
Yeah, my races, other races, I just pay attention to what they're saying, and I try to like see how it affects the race. So
That's the thing too. I think a lot of people always mention that, like, maybe not for me, or maybe for me, I'm not really sure. But I feel like people say stuff about, like, oh, how these guys have, well, I gotta be careful what I say. But how you have a podcast, you don't know anything about cars. I know
What?
about cars.
No, who says that?
No, people, and it was in the first episode of 45 or 45.
Okay.
And I think he asked me a question about something about, or I asked him, I said he had a vacuum leak, and I meant to say boost leak. So because I said that, I guess they might have thought
But-
that I was saying.
in
I
a
mean,
way, it still correspond with each other.
It does.
Technically,
At least you're
right.
not Josh, who said his car was a 2J. Like
Yeah,
that
you
will
that ass, though.
that will
baited.
be
No.
infamous,
Why you gonna bring
bro.
that up?
Nah,
Now
you-
they're
you-
gonna roast me.
Nah, you baited.
Yo, the comments went crazy. They're like,
Yo.
this guy should not be on this podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
This
Nah,
guy.
you
A lot of
baited.
things are taken out of context, though, for sure.
Definitely.
So I think that people miss the point of this podcast because most podcasts that you listen to, I don't know if you guys watch it or listen to any other racing automotive podcasts, but it's so like, I don't want to say it's not boring. I want to be respectful to everybody.
They're
But it's
too into
super-
details, basically.
It's super dry.
Informative.
Yeah,
And
it is.
The people that go on there are people who are reputable, who have raced or are professionals, but it's like, it's almost like if you don't know anything about racing or if you don't know the terminology, it's like they're not going to explain it to you.
Exactly.
So you have to either be there, like you said in the beginning.
I mean,
to
some
actually-
people will help if you ask. But like I said, some people
if
like
you ask, but most people don't because they're scared to.
yeah, because
You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell people you respect the car as what Stretch said. You respect the car,
Right.
then you're a car enthusiast. It don't matter if you know how to
Facts.
work on it, build it, or even just wash it. You know, you respect it. You're a car enthusiast.
That got a lot of controversy too, though, because people were saying, "Nah, I don't agree. I feel like you should definitely know how to work on your car if you're going to be a
It
car
don't
guy."
matter.
It's-
Some
it
people
don't
who are the
matter,
best
bro.
techs in the world never learned how to work. Well, they taught themselves, but they never knew flat out knew how to do it. Like you learn.
Yeah.
It's the love for the cars, not how much you love.
I didn't know shit about this car. I just grabbed it. I went on Facebook. I started seeing shit. I started buying it. And I just told myself how to put it together. So it's like, it's learning, you know?
Yeah, so I think a lot of people say you're humble too. I don't know if you noticed that. Most humble guy in street racing in New York.
I be chilling.
That's good.
I be chilling.
So I feel like it's the truth. Do you agree, Chino?
Yeah, no, he deadass is probably one of the most humble people that are in the street racing scene right now.
100%.
But he's not. I've never seen him, flex cash on the hood. I've never seen him,
I put my cap, but I don't like talk shit.
But he does,
like,
you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't just talk.
VR30 for the win or whatever. Other than that, like, I try to be respectful.
There's people out here that will put your name on the hood.
I mean, that's
I'm not saying names, but
it's very common thing.
I gotta start doing that. Some people like that.
Some people deserve it.
Drag it.
Yeah.
Some people.
I don't really get that though. Like,
who started that?
One stock. They started the whole name stuff.
That's crazy.
Damn.
You sure?
Nah,
100%.
From when I seen it,
from New York, he was the number one.
Nah, from when I started seeing it, like I seen it from there, cause I forgot he ran somebody. He put something LOL. I said
he put TTRS LOL, everything LOL.
I do remember that. Yeah, damn. That's
so I think from there, like I don't know, I could be wrong. From there that's when I seen it. From there it became like a, everybody started doing it, which is it's entertaining. Have a little spice of the drama, but
so New York actually started the whole thing then.
100%,
yeah, you can say
100%.
And then everybody just started.
Everybody else, you see people in Cali now doing that.
Damn.
I'm curious to see what they're gonna say about that because I feel like
it came from New York.
It came from New York 100%. I remember because
New York for the win.
I believe you guys.
Because Dre used to have a 335 or F30.
Yeah.
This was a long time ago, and then he just bought his 340. And I don't know if you guys remember the Vice video. With Reef in it.
Yeah.
And so remember when his car had no carbon hood, no carbon trunk?
Yeah.
Like he used to do that back then, and that was like what 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Nobody else was doing that like 3-4 years ago. Nobody was doing it back then.
That's wild.
So he started it.
I feel like now it's kind of. I mean, do you guys think it's played out? Or?
Nah, I think it's entertaining.
It's entertaining.
It's really entertaining.
Like
it's
when
funny.
I lost to Evan, he put rotors LOL because my rotors.
Because I literally spelled out rotor LOL because this man was.
That shit.
My rotor was burnt.
That time?
Nah,
Would you race?
That's when I raced
Edwin. That was my team. Yeah, my team.
There was so much shit going on that night. Like,
it was probably one of the worst nights you could be out. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning type stuff.
Yeah.
Damn. So, what do you think your most controversial race was?
it was either that.
Edwin, definitely.
And my second one was Lucas. Yes.
No,
Lucas.
Edwin.
Nah, I said Edwin first,
that.
then Lucas after.
Yeah, Supra Lucas.
I fucked that Supra up, but then he said some bullshit. That shit pissed me off.
He messed up.
Did we talk about this last time?
No, I think he spun though.
He didn't spun. I killed him. Don't let him lie to you.
KC,
nah.
Hold on. So I do remember that. Yeah.
Nah.
Yo. So
was it Lucas or the
Lucas? I raced Lucas and the other one, but I raced Lucas before.
Yo, isn't it crazy? I was on Lucas' side too.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That race I was on Lucas' side too. So we weren't even friends back then.
I had your money for Wendy's.
You guys didn't know
no.
each
Who
other
got
yet?
paid? Who got paid?
For Lucas?
Who got paid?
I was with the yellow Supra. Lucas, bro. That was
Who
a
got
lot
paid?
of bullshit going on.
So all right. So talk about how that started from chat to the line.
We got to the line. First we went there. He started swearing his car was having issues. I'm like, bro, I'm not stupid. Could they maybe do
how'd you set this up though? Group chat?
Yeah, it's in the chat. It's an argument. Then like, oh, you don't want to race, and then we're like, okay, cool. And we set it up. Literally, yeah, that's how it was just set up. Then I heard, yo, bro, you don't want to run, and then I just went there.
So then you guys made steps there, or those drama before that?
Nah, we always do it in person. Cause if you say on the account like over text, you might change your mind about something, and then it becomes an issue.
That's
so
true.
it's just
That's
always
true.
in person.
So what were the steps? Do you remember?
I think like the regular style, you creep.
You
was just heads up.
You break.
Just heads up?
Yeah, if you break, then there's the whole you cross and affects the race. This right plays
This
a
was
big
the
role.
big step.
Pay attention, right? This plays a big role. So
The
first time I went
cross.
to the line, whatever. He made me do a burnout. Then he waited and said, "Oh, my car's having an issue." So we went back to the meter spot, like give him 15 minutes, try to fix something. We waited. He was done. We went back to the line. Do everything, get ready to go. So we ready to go. I killed him off the line. So then literally, I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't believe myself. I'm like, oh shit, I'm fucking him up. So I look in my mirror, and then when I was looking, I kind of leaned over a little bit. I didn't cross. I basically like went over. I was on the line and I called myself back.
Yeah.
I was like 3 cars ahead of him. So basically, we got to the spot of like, oh, you crossed or this. I'm like, what are you talking about? So then went over the footage. You can see I didn't.
You crossed.
I didn't cross over the line.
You crossed over the line.
No, I did not.
You crossed.
I did not cross
you
over the
crossed
line.
over the line.
I didn't cross over the line. I drove the line. I was 3 cars
Bro,
ahead of
you
him. So
was
what does that
over
mean?
it, bro.
No, I was not.
Bro,
Yeah,
she showed you a video 2 seconds into the race
What?
of you crossing.
Bro, I got 3 cars ahead of me. I went on the line, then I caught over.
Who had the video? Who had the footage?
Rock had it. We even showed it at the line, and they're like, "Oh, but you can't tell by a GoPro." I'm like, "Bro, you can literally watch the footage." I rolled the line, and I caught myself back. I didn't fully cross over.
There you cross.
I went onto the line. I rolled the line. I did go over, but I didn't cross over.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. You said you rode it and you went over, right?
I never said. I said I rolled the line.
No, you
I
just.
almost went. I didn't went.
All right, bro.
I'm gonna say it again. I
Alright, bro.
almost went over.
This
I
is a
rolled
year
the
ago.
line.
I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, a lot of pissing you off. Anyways, yeah.
So, all right. So you were flagging?
No, I
Nah.
wasn't. Ringo was flagging.
Okay.
And another issue that became there too.
That's
so
another issue too.
when we got to the line, they were speaking what is it, Spanish, or whatever. So when Ringo got there, he said he
Spanglish.
heard them say that like yo in their language, like yo, you have to pay because you lost.
How do you say it though?
I don't know. What he
Come on,
say
you
to
try
your
it. Come on,
bottle or
you
something
go.
like that? I said it right.
Págame.
Yeah, something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
So yeah, so then we got there, then bro, it was just a lot of arguments. He was going back and forth. He first said his brake lights came on, okay, he braked. I'm like, bro, I was 3 cars ahead of you. We replayed the footage, his brake lights never came on. So there was a lot of going on. Then they tried to say that Ringo was on my side and something like that. Like, don't get me wrong, me it was cool, but in all honesty, that raised everybody and their mother say, yo, bro, the Supra lost.
Yeah.
But it was just a lot going on, and it was only about to get physical or some shit like that. And I'm like, yo, bro, just we argued, and he's like, I'm just give you $100 for gas when we went home.
Damn.
I mean,
That's-
he did spun. I saw from the video.
Huh?
He did spun.
That's not my problem,
Well, yeah.
bro.
But you
no,
crossed.
he-
But you crossed.
Wait, so he spun.
I
why is
rolled
that
the
issue?
line 3 cars ahead of him.
Wait, why is that an issue if he spun?
I just don't like hearing.
It don't
my super
matter.
guys.
You're the driver. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and that was that.
Oh, you're saying he's. Oh, I see what
Yeah.
you're saying. But that doesn't. That's not his. Yeah. That's not
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Copy. Damn. So, okay, so maybe you're not so humble then.
Nah, I am, but it's like nah.
I
Like
told
when
you,
people
bro.
He's
like,
just,
I told
just
you.
mad. He didn't,
it just
I'm
gets.
messing with you.
I
he's
just
mad
nah.
he didn't get paid that night. That's
So it
what
was
it is.
bullshit. I even said running back. He said no. I'm like, okay, so if you know that I crossed, why you didn't want to run it back?
Yeah.
And that's I'm like, you just basically proved that you admitted you lost, but it was just
Yeah.
a lot, and then we never got a chance to run it
How
back.
much was the pot?
It was something little.
It was like what 15 aside,
15 aside.
something like that.
Oh, and then you guys went.
We were arguing till like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Mm-mm.
You were gonna
Mm-mm,
fight
it was
too?
5.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, we was
5
arguing
in
for,
the morning, bro.
Yeah.
So
Damn,
I
what
doubt.
the fuck?
Well, I don't know what side was, instigating or starting more drama, but sometimes people take that.
Because one of them said, "Oh, we arguing, nobody gets paid." Somebody said that dumb shit. I'm like, bro, why would you say that?
I'm not gonna say who it was.
Was it you? I think
No,
it was you.
nigga, it was not me. It was his uncle.
Who the fuck let hit? Yeah, bro.
That was me. That was me. That was me.
It was him.
Nah.
It was him.
I should give you a
that's
wedgie.
crazy.
Should
So
give you a
okay, so
wedgie
that
for
was
that.
definitely between those 2 runs. That was definitely your most controversial.
But Edwin was definitely.
Evan was the worst.
Definitely
Cause like
the
it was
worst.
literally like
like
yeah.
physical. Like it was about to like have
yeah.
like a whole parking lot brawl.
Damn.
Am I wrong? I'm dead.
That was.
I'm so serious.
I would ask if it ever got physical, but I don't really.
Nah,
wanna
it
talk about
didn't. It almost a bit didn't.
Well, I'm saying in general.
in general?
Yeah.
To be honest, no.
It
Unless
didn't.
you go out to the other side of Mexico, which is out east of Mexico, you got the old heads out there.
Oh my
And I've
God.
literally seen someone get knocked out on the line, like in front of the car, just
Yeah,
boom.
they be
Yeah,
wild.
they did.
I'm
You
talking
said the
to
old heads.
the
Oh,
old
yeah.
heads
Yeah, bro.
out east in Mexico. Like
Over what?
they,
Nah, they
yo,
don't
literally,
play with
Bro,
this
they
shit. Like,
told-
racing
they
is
don't
literally
play.
like-
They don't play about nothing.
Yeah, they took so much shit. I remember that one time they did
Wow.
a shootout. They did a shootout out there, and one old guy, he was like talking mad shit, and then one big dude was like, you know what? Fuck this guy. I'm fucking blah blah blah.
That was
Punch him right in
the
the
recent
face.
shootout, right?
Oh, so
Yeah.
the recent
That-
shootout,
that
me and
was- that
Silver
was-
was there.
that- yeah, that
And
was
that
one.
was
Punch him right in the
Don't
face.
mean- it don't matter who
my
it was.
Yeah,
It's
no
dumb
matter who
shit.
it was. It was somebody's team and somebody else's team, and they both have a big rivalry, so they went at it.
Yeah.
But then no, I've seen people get knocked out on the line, like literally, like
Damn.
boom, just sleeping.
That's crazy. I would have thought it'd be from like younger people.
But no, that's for the old heads.
Are they
It's
racing
not-
fast cars though?
Nah,
They-
they got
they're
fast
racing
cars,
rear-wheel
but
drive
they really
cars.
take it. They take it to like a whole new level. Like,
Like-
American cars mostly.
like nitrous,
Yeah.
nitrous Fox bodies, turbo Fox bodies,
Damn.
like
so
you
killers.
got like big,
Oh,
big,
okay.
big block Chevys. You know,
Damn, that's wild. So, has this car been to the track?
Yeah, I was at ACO last year when we had the VR30 versus B58 last year.
Would you run at the track?
The car was like running 10.4.
10-4.
Yeah.
I was there.
Do you think it could do?
Right, so week 4.
Wait, do you think?
he,
Is
he
that
means
like
he
your
means
fastest
he
time?
means he means 9.4.
I wish. It's
Is that your
10.4.
fastest time?
Possibly.
No,
There's no. I think your car definitely runs faster than 10-4.
Yeah.
Remember when we went like 9-3?
What?
He trying to pull up his mind.
Well, you gotta remember, because in a track, yes, the car can do 10.4 back then, but in the street, it's way different, right?
It's just street
Normally,
speed,
the
like-
track you should be able to run a little faster.
Yeah, 100%.
Because of the surface,
it's
but
prepped, it's all that. Yeah,
Again,
you
the
got-
car had the issue. I wasn't aware about it until we fully diagnosed it after. That's I'm like, okay, so the whole time I was running with an issue
This, how long ago was this? This last year, you said,
last
right?
year.
Okay, have you been back since?
I mean, yeah. So I came back. So after that whole thing, my first official race back was against the 240.
What's done to your car?
Full bolt on with ported stocks.
Show car.
Stop
Show
the
car.
cap.
It's just really
What is
light.
it? You said ported stocks?
Yes, ported stocks.
Ported?
Stocks.
What does that mean? Ported stocks?
You know, I asked him the same question,
Nah.
How do
right?
you know what that means?
Shout
Why?
out-
Why?
He's like, I don't know.
I
Shout
thought
out-
you said port and stock, so I'm like, oh, you got port injection.
Shout out
and
to my boy Chris. Ported
stock turbo.
stocks.
Ported stocks?
Yeah.
You said it last time too, so what does that mean? Like,
He don't even know.
Ported stocks.
He don't even know. He just be saying it. He just be like ported
You know,
stocks.
tell me what the lingo means.
I know,
Sometimes
I
get to
know,
mind
I
your
know,
bitch.
bro.
Yeah. Anyways,
is it Q50 talk or it's like, what is
it's
that?
if you
It's
know,
so
you know.
it's silver talk.
It's silver.
Nah,
if
my
you know,
boy
you
Chris
know.
made it, but
Ported
I took the
stocks.
mantra to
Who said this? Who you
my
shout
boy
out?
Chris.
Chris. He built your car?
Nah, that's my boy with the Q. He had a blue Q that was fast before I came out.
Ported
So
stocks.
he just came out and said, "Oh, he has
Oh,
ported
I know
stocks
the
from
I know the Chris.
You know
you're
what I'm talking about,
talking
yeah, with the blue one.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll have to get him on here so he can explain what that means.
Nah, he not gonna do this.
I'm playing.
He's a cool guy though, Chris.
Nah,
Chris is
yeah.
a cool guy.
Ported stocks. Okay. So that's about the most we're gonna get out of.
Yeah, full bolt on ported stocks.
Okay. So, so what's next for your car? Like, what do you plan on?
So my overall goal is to get the world record one day. So
What's
I
the
think
record now?
Right now, like 953.
With the Q50?
Yeah.
953. Okay.
And your car is one of the fastest Q50 in the tri-state.
You could say that,
Okay.
but you're
In
saying
the
most
street.
consistent because
In the
a
street.
lot of them have Qs, but not a lot of them race. But mine's like consistent, so people will say fastest because.
What about
Hold on.
that red Q? That red Q?
That shit
Q50
dead.
I wouldn't say he
NYC?
was faster than me, but he was up there.
Oh, so he's got a fast car then.
Yeah.
Does he run at all?
Nah, he ran like that was legit like his second official run or third, something like that.
Yeah, he blew his motor.
Yeah, so at the time when he was talking, I'm like, bro, your car is fine. So I didn't know, but he had a malfunction. It was a used motor he had put in there, so it was based on borrowed time. We didn't know, and I guess he asked to turn it up. I could be wrong, but I think he did, and then it was a lot going on. It was driving from location to location. His
Sounds
oil
like
temps was
a-
above 200, so it was like it was a lot going on.
Sounds like Cozy's motor.
Nah, first motor didn't blow. Nah, when his shit happened, his high pressure. I don't know. Nah, he shot around. I don't know, some shit like that. I don't know.
So Cozy's car is faster than this one.
No.
Do you feel like?
Why y'all laughing?
I don't even know.
What happened to Cozy, man?
well,
what happened to
Nah,
that
Cozy
guy?
retired. He said he
that's,
just
that's
done
his
racing.
boy. Like they talk like.
Yeah, that's
So
my
that's
boy.
why he's laughing. He probably knows
Nah,
something I don't. But,
nah.
So do you think that you have the fastest Q50 in New York?
You can say
Yes.
that.
Definitely.
You agree?
Definitely.
Well, is it just based off the races or just because of the track times?
Most
Track
consistent.
yeah.
Most
Not even track time.
consistent.
More about racing. Like you don't see a lot of Q racing. Probably me and like 2 or 3 other ones.
Yeah.
But I was like the main one. So
Yeah.
Do you feel like there is somebody? Because I'm that guy. I'm like that dude that's like, yeah, social media, and I'm a big influencer, I guess, because I'm honestly only known because of that. You know what I'm saying? I can say honestly, but I know for a fact that there are people who have maybe better super builds than I do, or even
of
faster
course,
cars than I do.
always somebody
So
faster
Always.
than somebody.
do you feel like there is somebody who is faster in New York but just doesn't go to the runs?
I mean, I heard of some cars, but I mean, until they come and do something, I guess
Oh, you
I
heard
still
about some cars?
I still have it.
Interesting.
What about
Q50s.
the Chris?
Chris
Chris?
car been having it's been down. There's been a bunch of bullshit with that shit too. So
Oh, okay.
So, how do you fund your build?
out of pocket.
Out of pocket.
Yeah,
What do you do for work?
mechanic.
Mechanic.
Yeah.
Chino, same thing?
Yeah.
Because people ask me sometimes to ask how people are able to afford and keep up with all this stuff. And honestly, that's a great question because
It's like
this
a
stuff gets
hobby. When you have a
expensive, bro.
hobby, you
Yeah.
always find some way to buy something.
I agree.
Always.
Well, not even that too. You, I feel like you get connection too. Sponsors.
Nah, I don't got no sponsors yet.
You don't have any
Yeah,
sponsors?
yeah.
I mean, majority of the time, like the people in the street scene or doing something street related to, car related to make their money, you know?
Right. No,
like everybody work on cars, we wash cars. So it's like everybody work basically.
Everybody work.
No, I agree because I like for me, it's a mixture of both. I haven't worked on my car. I haven't put money into my car in a while, but my thing is film stuff. So like that's my career. So I'm gonna put money and just save for that because if something breaks or something happens, then I want to make sure I could.
And you film car stuff. See what I mean? It's like, No,
100%.
You have that passion for cars and you do stuff.
I understand that, but it can get expensive if you break and if you're running.
True.
You know what I'm saying? It could definitely be tedious. So, are you planning on racing one stock at all?
I got fucked up by that Supra.
I was flagging that race.
That was a run. I mean, like again, I told him like has 100% the faster car, so I was hoping he was gonna spin. That shit went sideways and stood right next to me. I said, "Shit."
Yeah.
Once he caught track, that shit left.
I did see that one. But there was no arguing with that one. It
was Silvr told me he's just like.
I told him like I don't. To me, like I don't. If it's something to argue about, I would say it. But if it's not, then what's the point? No, you're gonna sit there for no reason. I'm like, yo, he won, and that was that. Once somebody jumped, that was that.
And I think that's one of the reasons why people notice you as being so humble, because in that situation, anybody could have said something or figured out. I mean, I'm not really sure what it would have said in that race, anyways.
I mean, it was just like, yo, the regular stuff you cross, but like he went side, but he stood in his lane.
Yeah.
So it was just like there was nothing to argue about. Like, yo, he won.
Nah, facts. So I think I don't know if I asked you, what was your most controversial like situation as a flagger that you've been through?
Probably the Jersey one. It got bad for the G80 and the Supra.
Yo,
why?
Right, my bad, bro.
Is there a worse one? Is there a worse one?
Nah.
Is there a worse one? I'm forgetting.
Mm-mm.
Nah, I'm thinking the G80 and the. Oh. Wait, what is it? There's another one. Because he knows another one, he's just not saying it.
Oh.
Spit the word, bro. Come
on. Nah.
TP.
That's all just like, bro.
TP. Nah, it's a G80 and the Supra.
Was this recently what you're laughing at?
Nah, TP.
Okay.
TP.
Yeah, bro.
TP.
Don't pay me no mind right now.
TP.
Okay. All right. That might have to be an offline conversation.
Yeah, offline. This is off the cameras.
So G80 and what?
Supra.
What happened in that one?
As I said, the steps with the whole with the whole crossing stuff. I mean the creeping stuff. Yeah. When you got two boys like you're really cool with, and this is something that's it's a big money race, I guess.
Right.
That's I mean, it sucks to be that person, but it is what it is. Like they signed you up for that position. You got to do your job.
Right. So do you plan on running anybody? Who's your first run with the Mustang? I mean the Vet. Sorry.
The Vet, I'm selling that thing, bro. I'm getting rid of that. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, man. I'm getting
You about to come to a real man's world.
I'm coming to a real man's world. Mustang life.
Mustang.
Oh,
so you ass like American cars.
No, I mean I love German. I had a 540. Something happened to that car, but then the real wheel drives the world, man.
I mean you can get rear wheel drive on a different platform, though, no? What's
Mustang,
the difference?
The 5.0s, man, the Coyotes, you really can't compare. For the money you put in and the result you get, there's nothing that beats it.
I mean, I'm not really an American car guy, but they are fast, though. I actually just saw one today on the way to work, and it had a blower in it. That shit sounded crazy. It's a black one. That shit was fire. And you know which one it was?
In Queens?
Nah, out here, local.
A black one and a blower.
It's a black one. I don't know if he raced or anything like that, but it made like 700. He said.
Wow.
So, I mean, he could have been capping, but
I like typical numbers.
It's simple, man. You slap a Whipple on a 5.0.
Yeah.
You do a little bit to a stock motor, and then you're making what 700 up.
Yeah.
How much does that cost to do a blower on that?
Blower is what?
Depends. You can get a used kit. You can get a used. You can get a used kit.
You can get a used kit.
Hold on.
If you're going Whipple is money.
Whipple is $10 grand for the full kit, brand new.
I don't even know. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, that's a supercharger.
You have two different. You have a TVS. That's what TVS or TBS. You have basically a top mount supercharger and then a Sentry. So top mount replaces your intake manifold, and a Sentry is like a supercharger that act like a turbo.
So you know a Pro Charger? It looks like a turbo,
right,
but it's just a supercharger.
Copy. I'm sure you know this because you wanted the Charger, right? You're probably doing some research.
He has a Mustang too.
Nah.
Oh, you got a Mustang.
Charger. Yeah.
Oh, I did ask you about that too. So what's up with that? When's
that
coming
oil
out?
Change.
You said you can do an oil change.
It's getting an oil change. Oil change. Alignment, oil change.
Suspension, oil
air
change.
filters.
That's cap.
Yeah.
Everything.
So when's that
Maintenance.
coming out?
Huh? When they done with the oil change.
Yo.
Okay, so how long is oil change taking? It's like 2
They
weeks?
flipped the motor upside down, so that should like 2 months, I think.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's a long oil change.
yeah, make sure
Alignment's
Yeah,
messed
bro.
up.
everything out. Yeah.
That's crazy. And you said you're a mechanic? I definitely
Yeah.
make sure that I have to go to your shop.
Nah, that's good. We make sure everything's out of there.
Messing with you.
Shout out to God Boost though.
Got boost.
Damn.
I don't
So-
have it though, but maybe one day.
I met him too. God
Nah,
bless,
yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Cool on it, yeah.
Who's the first run with the Mustang? Who you going out for? Who you coming after?
He going
Josh.
for fake.
Nah, fake don't guys no more. Nah.
He said he don't got it no more.
Nah.
I don't know who I don't know.
You going after Josh?
Yeah. Race me.
Yeah, by the time I catch shot, you probably won't be at the finish line already. So
Yeah.
we could do
You
Damn.
that.
already know that. You see?
You want to race me?
Sure.
I don't think anybody knows what's going on.
Nobody knows. I don't know what's going
Nobody knows
on.
what's going on either. It's just oil change. That's it.
Just keep it like that. Just keep it like that. Keep
I
that
just
energy.
got an
up.
oil change. Yeah, I'll keep it
Nah,
like that.
but
too.
nah, when it's done, me and Ginger gonna do a little run for the fuck of it.
Yeah.
Ginger, definitely. Right?
Maybe Ak.
Ak?
Mm.
I don't know my Q gonna happen up, but the Mustang. Maybe when I do what I'm supposed to do, Ak.
Did you run Ak already in this?
Huh? I ran him before when I was stock turbo, so we ran twice.
How was that?
He had to spot me because that race, bro. I had give me 3 in the lead.
Oh, we did speak about that.
3
Yeah.
cars in the lead.
Yeah, 3 in the
He
lead.
gave you 3.
So
And so how do you feel about when people ask for spots?
I mean, the thing was, it really all depends. Cause like again, like him, he came in the chat like, oh, any Q50 can get any stocks where you can get 3 in the lead.
Right?
Or he said 2 in the lead. And I'm like, oh, what about me? Like, he like, Silvr, I'll give you 3. I said, really? You're a nice guy. And then
He said that, or his boy
Yeah,
said that?
he
'Cause
said
I think
that.
Okay.
I said,
I
you're
thought
not.
he mentioned that one of his boys said it, and then
Nah, he did.
Nah, he did,
His
he
boys
did.
told him that
He
you're
said it,
wild. He's
yeah, he
like,
said
nah, I could give it to him. And then I said, okay, we set it up.
okay, so it wasn't like you wanted to run. It was
Nah, he
more
just
like-
said any start to it. I said, okay,
Yeah.
I'll try it.
Okay, so I guess in that situation, it's kind of like it makes sense. It's kind of fair. It's not like you were calling people out and then saying I want a spot. You know what I'm saying? Like
Nah,
that's
like the
different.
thing with me, I always try to tell people, I try to find runs in my category. But how I see it is like some cars that sit with me won't run me.
Yeah.
Like Junior, for instance. Then you have people who don't sit with me but wants to run me head up. So it's like,
You didn't run Junior, did you?
nah, he keep asking for a spot. I don't think he need it.
You don't think he needs it?
He don't need a spot.
Why is that?
He's good. He don't need it.
Okay,
I'm
but
not saying
let's
nothing.
just say you don't give him a spot, right?
It would be
Would
a
you
good
race
heads,
him
heads
a quarter
up.
mile?
Yeah.
Quarter mile, 8 mile?
8. Nah, like the thing. All right. So the thing is that, as I told you, my car stuff, that weird issue that I gotta still figure out. So it's like, it can go to the quarter. It does a okay time, but it's like, I'm not gonna run. You know, my car's gonna just kind of coast all the way. It don't make sense. But to the
Why-
8th,
Why does it do
Why
that?
is
Though?
that?
'Cause
so
I'm trying to figure. You
my
mentioned that last
tuner
time.
thing is head related. He think maybe something with the valve train. So the first time the car went down because after ACO, well, I thought I fucked the motor up because that shit was misfiring crazy, but it was a spark plug.
Yeah.
So they did a test. He's like, okay, so like, we did a compression test. He said he didn't really see nothing, so he did a leak down, and he's like, okay, your valves were leaking. So they redid the valve seats, and then after that, still nothing. So he's like, they think it's the spring. Maybe the springs were weak, or maybe the exhaust spring, intake spring got stripped. Like, we don't know.
Right.
So I have to really put the car on to get diagnosed. So they got to take the motor out and like diagnose to see what's going on.
Damn. So you can't even do a full quarter. You just do an eighth run.
Nah, I could go to the quarter, but again, if I know that you're gonna trap way higher than me, then it's like, why am I gonna race you to the quarter? I'd rather try the 8th where I still have a chance to compete.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
now
just
is
to give me a chance to basically to make the run as fair as possible.
Right. So is everyone okay with that though right now? Like,
Some
or are
people
saying like,
complain,
Nah.
some people don't really care. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's something.
I mean, you gotta pass the 8th to go to the quarter either way. So it's like, what's the
Yeah.
difference? But
Damn. I really want to see what this car has. What's the fastest one in the world?
daily Q50, he went 9.53 on the track.
953. So I feel like you probably did like a 9.8, right?
Nah, I ain't going on yet.
I wish.
Nah,
Not gonna lie, no,
nah,
I'd be having money in this pot if he went 9.8. I wish.
I ain't going on yet. They didn't even go low 10s yet, but some people keep thinking it's like a 10-0, 10-1 car.
People
I told
think
them,
he's a 9.9 car.
I think.
one thing about me, my car does a number is gonna stay doing that number. It never went that low yet. But again, because of how the car launches, why they're like, yo,
That's the
it's
thing.
there.
The 60 foot. When you see the car launch, I mean, you've seen it in person.
Yeah.
it moves.
Right.
But the
just that
second that
after
it goes
the
to
8,
top,
it just kind of just it's coast. It don't gain or just coast to the rest of the way.
Floats.
What?
Yeah.
That's what people don't realize when they're
Yeah.
13, 20 feet away, from the finish
Right.
line.
Damn, bro. Well, like I said, I hope you figure that out because, like, I definitely want to see what this car could do.
Who knows? You probably need more oil change.
Oil change.
Right? Who knows?
Another oil change.
So, are you gonna rock with this setup for a while, or are you gonna switch it up?
The goal is maybe by the end of this year or early next year to put a built motor inside, but it's not that many options. You could just do like rods and pistons. So
Yeah.
is that maybe a full frame kit? If either they have one out or I have to try to maybe pay somebody to make one, which is another set of money that's we're not going to talk about. So
How much money have you put into this car?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't even want to count the number. I don't even know, but that shit.
More than the car worth.
Okay, what does this car go for? Like right now, if you were to buy it,
Like dependence, when I got it was like 33
Okay.
after taxes and everything.
have you put that into the car?
Close enough.
Okay, that's pretty good though. Nah,
Cause I save on
That's a
labor because I
lot.
do the labor
It's a
myself.
lot.
it's a lot, and it's not
But
running nines
remember-
yet.
It's not what it needs to go now. I didn't put that in the car yet.
Yet.
So this is like me putting stuff, switching setup, like testing new things
Right,
out, shit
right,
breaking.
right.
So like it goes, it
Right.
adds up, but you don't realize it.
No, 100%. It adds up quick too.
Yeah.
It adds up definitely quick for sure. So, you can't even talk about your setup. You
It's
can't even talk about
just
the
tell them
setup.
pour the stocks. That's it.
Is your girl okay with like the money and spending on car parts and stuff like that? My girl.
Yeah.
My
He's
girl
getting nervous. Look at that. He's getting nervous.
Uh,
Well, I'm only asking because I know a lot of car guys got girls, and
I have a
else think-
girl.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Is your girl okay with you buying car parts?
Not really. I
Really?
mean, she. Not really. Nah. Because I don't really.
Well, she got a ring now,
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
so she could chill.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Congrats,
Nah.
congrats.
My girl doesn't really say anything about me buying car parts unless it's like something big. But nah, not really. Cause then I'm a top G. I can
good
lost
top
me
G.
there.
cover that.
He's top G. He's top G.
Nah, she seemed cool though, bro. Honestly, having a girl there with you all the time and supportive is definitely like we need it, bro. Especially like, let's say if you lost a run, God forbid, you go home. You can
I
talk
be
about
trying to
it.
throw that shit in the garbage.
We're good though, right, babe? Okay. Yeah, you just realized it wasn't recording.
I was like, oh my God.
Nah, honestly, if that did happen, I'd probably just call it quits. I'd be like, yo, I'm not doing this shit no more.
I'm out. Yo, this is
Bro, that
done.
happened with Hesi. And
Oh, really?
It's a hassle to get him back, bro. Like, man, be busy. He's in Vegas, and the only thing, everything was recorded. I have all the. I just wasn't that. I didn't have audio.
It was audio problems, right?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't press the record button. So
Just now?
we had mics in our face, and then we had.
That was our first time using this in the shop.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't my
That's what
first
happened
time.
with him too?
Huh?
Nah,
what-
the audio just wasn't.
No, with his. So what happened with his interview the first time? Josh had just came back from the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
And we talked about the podcast before. Mind you, I started filming this a year ago.
Yep.
I shelved it. And then I was like, yo, matter of fact, since we're already here, we should just do it at the shop. So then we started talking about the ideas. But he was going to the Philippines 2 weeks later. So that whole 2 weeks, I was anxious to like start filming, and I was setting stuff up, getting the YouTube ready, everything, all the branding stuff. And then he came back, and literally the same day he came back, we linked up here, and he's calling everybody, like literally everybody. I don't know if he called you. Did he call
Yeah, he
you?
called me like, yo, come
Yeah.
do a podcast. I'm like, bro, right now. He like, yeah, like come to. I'm like,
Nobody knew about this yet because I was like, yo, just make sure you tell nobody about it. Only people you should tell about are the people you're calling. And then you actually accepted and you pulled up. But I was literally setting up that TV in the back, and I had the mics. I had stuff like in different places. So I was like, fuck, man, I don't have any microphones. So then I had to use these shitty mics that I had. And one of them is no good, and there was ours, actually.
Yeah.
So the whole interview, you just hear like this weird, like high-pitched frequency noise.
Oh, okay.
And I couldn't get it out. So I could have released it because people have mentioned that they wanted to see you on the podcast. But, I just didn't want that to go out. And plus, it was kind of, I'm not gonna front, that interview was super awkward.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah, I was mad shy. I'm a shy person myself.
I know, so
I've never done
Yeah.
any podcast like that. That was
So
my first time.
I wasn't shy. For me, I like to feed off people's energy. So I'm actually an introvert. I am social, but only when I need to be.
Yeah, you
right?
stick to yourself.
So for that, Flacco was on. And I didn't realize how much he doesn't talk when he doesn't want to talk.
Yeah.
So he was sitting there next to you, and I had him there because I don't know if he thought he was a guest, but I had him there because he knows about cars. He works on, you know what I'm saying? He's like a mechanic. So I had him there to kind of like help Phil like talk more, but he wasn't talking. So I'm saying stuff, and he's just like not really saying much, and I'm like, all right, this is getting awkward.
We gotta start.
You gotta warm up. Like when we first
Definitely.
came, like when we started getting more into it, and like everybody
Yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of, you know.
Nah, I mean, so I know with this stuff, most people who, you know, you guys are into cars. Most car guys don't really talk, I guess, so much. Some
well,
do.
I mean,
Like
at
when
the
you're
end-
around your friends, you talk to your friend, but you don't look in the camera like, oh hey, like you know.
Right, 100%. And this is all new to, like, I don't think anybody's really doing this.
Nowhere in New
Right.
York.
So it's also one of those things where it's like you say a podcast and they think it's like Andrew Tate or it's like
Yeah.
or some OnlyFans chicks. This is way different. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's different. So it's kind of like podcast. Oh, okay, cool. But when you first meet people, how they are on camera, I realize on YouTube is not how they are in person. Certain people,
Like they portray themselves a different way.
Definitely.
well, I
At the
can't say
racing.
they portray because you guys like you're
Nah,
out there,
like,
so you know when you know what
In
I'm
the
saying?
racing, you have some people who act a certain way, like on YouTube, then like they come in like a whole different. So
Right.
Yeah, when there's a phone in their face, and they know they're, you know, on, let's say, Rock's YouTube channel, they
Yeah.
act a different way than they are really.
I noticed now I didn't notice that from anybody on the podcast, but I noticed that like
in
when
the comments, a lot of people in the comments said it.
Yeah. So I'm always gonna be. I'm like a flagger. I'm the middleman here. So my job is just to interview the guest and get more of a background on you guys because you guys have fans and you guys are on the videos, so people want to hear more of a story and just so they can relate, bro. Because like I said, there might be somebody with the similar car to you. It's a lot of
Like,
cues
a
out here,
lot
bro.
of people hit me with my car. Like it's nice to get them inspiration because again, there's mad infinities around, but it's just like
100%.
who
yeah.
really gonna actually want to do stuff. So
Yeah, and to have the fastest Q in New York that we know of, I think that people definitely want to see, you know, know more about you. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, though, like we're all people, bro. Like we all love the one thing, which is cars.
Yeah.
So you know, it's just. I mean, if you guys got the same love for cars, like, then you're like one of us, you know. But you know, just people kind of drag it with how they act and stuff. That's just the only issue.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
You
Go
want-
ahead.
Look, I'm just asking the questions, okay?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, well, how do you feel about that when people act different on camera? It seems like you guys
It's
have
an
a
ego
certain-
thing. It's just
ego thing?
it's an ego thing, and they just want to show they tough in front of camera. So for me, like I'm the same person I am here, outside, and on camera. It don't matter.
Right.
Same
There's
here.
people that I won't say names, but like you know, you'll talk to them in person. They'll be a normal ass person, right? And then the second they're in front of a camera, then they're all big talk, like everything, like
Is it because of the people that are around them, you think?
yeah,
That plays a role
Definitely.
in the camera.
Really?
definitely. They want to be portrayed as something they're not, but that's how most of the world is. So you really can't do anything about it.
Do you think that kind of ruins the sport of street racing?
That and your what's the word? Your street cred, you could say.
Street cred.
Yeah, like
Does it really, though?
it can.
Definitely.
Like that's like okay, some people be on YouTube and then when they come here, it's like, oh, so why this energy you had there wasn't the same as here? Then it's like, no, I take away your respect.
Yeah. But I think, like, it goes back to what I said before about the whole boxing thing. It's like, we all know, I'm a fan of boxing. It's the only thing, I mean, between that and, like, the street racing stuff now, these people, or the boxers, they don't act a certain way behind closed doors. But when they're about to fight the person, they got to act like, you know what I'm saying? On
They
camera.
talk hard.
That's literally what it is.
That's how street racing is, yeah.
But it seems like it kind of bothers you a little bit that people.
No,
like
it
that.
makes it entertaining. It literally entertains us, you know. If it's dry, like how we all normally, like,
Yeah.
bro, it's going to be dead. Nobody wants to be outside for that.
Right.
Like, it's actually entertaining. Like, I know Silvr could agree, like, when there's drama. Like, I'm not going to lie there. It's entertaining, but people drag it. That's what I'm saying. There's a fine line between like drama and just friendly drama and having friendly, and then dragging it. Now you're throwing Franks. It's a different story.
Copy.
That's the issue.
So right now in New York, Rock just put out a post last night, which is why I asked you if that's what started the run tonight. And he said, and also Ann said that everyone's scared of each other right now to race.
So it's a little bit of scared, but looking for opportunity. So as I said, you have people who want a spot because they just want to make sure they secure the win. They have some people actually want to race. Like, I'll tell you, anyone who know me, if it comes to a run and it makes sense, I'll take it.
Yeah.
If I say, yo, bro, I don't feel like I sit head up with you, like, I wouldn't even bother. But if you're eager to race me, spot me. That's to make it fair. But it's just, I don't know. Like, in this day and age, like, a lot of people just more want a secured win.
They want to win the money.
And it kills the fun of it because now they want to do big pods with spot. Like, it don't make it fun.
So you said they want to do what?
They just want the money at the end of the day. Like,
some people do feel like a hustle more. Like
they do, they just like the adrenaline after when they win and stuff, even though they knew they were gonna win from the jump. It makes no sense. So then, like,
do you guys want to see a New York versus Jersey shootout?
Jersey been getting cleaned up.
Jersey is getting cleaned up. Like, I mean, other than Kaiju, but then
if you look at the records, New York is up on them.
But the thing about Kaiju is that, his GTR is mad fast. That's props to him.
Yeah, but who do you think in New York that can sit against
One stock already messed him up twice. I mean,
how the car is now, but
the second time kind of was
how the car is now, how his GTR sit now. You gotta like look at people that have like big power bills, like
one stock.
Well, one stock and who else?
You got Reef. There's a couple old heads who are lurking, but they just don't.
What's up with Reef though? I think he's got a lot of potential.
He got a twin turbo R8.
Yeah, so
and Kaiju's. I mean, I don't want to be in the middle, but he's asking for a spot from Reef.
Who's asking for a spot?
Kaiju's asking Reef for a spot. Even though, listen, it's a GTR versus R8. Like, you're not gonna see that anywhere else, And that's two fast cars going at it. You don't know. They don't know what times they go. It's just a gamble.
Yeah.
People don't want to gamble. That's what we were trying to say.
That's the hard part, though. It's like, you know what's funny? What's happening in boxing is literally happening in New York right now with street racing. There was a time when everybody was undefeated, right? The first person to break that, and now everybody's fighting now, was Tank versus Ryan Garcia. They were both undefeated, right? And everybody was just trying to, talk and speculate. And when they actually fought and Ryan Garcia took the loss, now we're seeing, like Errol Spence and Crawford fighting, which they've been undefeated for a while. That was that's going to be a big fight too. So somebody has to break the ice. Somebody's got to, you know what I'm saying? Somebody has to run and lose. Yeah. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You lose a run. That's part of
and here's the thing: a lot of people be saying is like the social media plays a role because some people don't like to take a loss. Like, oh, that car dead. Like this car died. Like, it's shit talking. Some people take it a little too much to heart.
But if you lose a race, then, I mean, do you think it's more like you don't want your people to lose their money? Or
nah, I tell people all the time, you're going to bet on me it's a game because anything can happen.
Yeah.
But it just be like, again, this comes to with guaranteed wins. Like, you don't want to race my thinking it's fair. They walk you, then you're like, damn, like, bro, what was the point? And they be talking shit. That's what makes it even more corny.
But if they really think about it, it's more like, okay, well, you're setting up the next race for the next person. That way everybody can kind of see what's going on. And if nobody's new enough, then it's like,
that's just what it is. Either you take the game, or you're either gonna lose, or you're gonna win.
I don't really get it, because then people like to talk a lot of shit online and even on the chat or whatever. But when it comes to like, oh, everybody's ready, bro, and then not even that, it's like I feel like everybody gets scared when the cars are ready. Like,
because,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
people
get scared right away when the car is like, oh yeah, now we're ready. Now what? Not like,
because to them now they're like, okay, you upped it, and now it's like you're probably gonna lose. So again, some people like to take losses. Some people are cool with it. I tell you, I don't mind losing, but I just want to lose fair. Like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. That makes you don't want to lose. I get you.
Like it was set up from the gym. I was never gonna. I had no chance, no matter what.
Well, no, because you said you wanted to race. Well, do you want to
race?
Who I
want to race? Huh?
Do you want to race Junior or no?
Junior, Yamo, that white 440 from Jersey. Who else?
Well, you said Jersey get cleaned up. Why do you feel that way?
I don't.
Nah,
I mean,
if you wanna-
it's not clean.
Yeah, I said
I don't know
Alright,
about
if you want to say the
cleaned up,
record,
but
like New York is up against Jersey because they had a bunch of cars that we had when Dare raced them that took wins. So the person that's fucking up New York right now is Kaiju because he had the car, but like the car that sued him, he haven't ran them yet.
like
I mean-
Jersey really doesn't have any. Like they do a lot of roll racing in Jersey. A lot of roll racing.
They road race in Jersey?
They roll race.
They do.
They got smooth roads.
They
so.
have some crazy cars. Like I don't know if you guys know Gensi with the Supra. He used to have a E36, but he has a red Supra now.
Yeah.
It's a Mark IV. That thing's walking everything.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you road race with a
I think
Mark IV.
I think I remember we road racing. I know what you're talking about.
Gensi, yeah.
Yeah. We road racing with the Lambo one time with a twin turbo.
He messed it up, right?
Yeah.
Yo, that Supra is no joke.
Yeah.
Like, no joke. But from dig wise,
Yeah.
like back then, what we had Miguel, Wagner, and who else?
I don't know.
It was just those two. Back then, like a year or two ago, it was just Miguel with the M340. I mean,
Yeah.
Miguel with the TTRS and Wagner with the M340. It was those two from Jersey, and that's it.
And now it's just
Now it's just Kaiju.
Kaiju.
I have a really good question. If you would pick a top 3 from New Jersey and New York to go in a shootout, who would you pick?
I mean, it
Kaiju.
depends because, again, you
So name your top 3.
will have cars that are fast as hell that you would never know is in Jersey, and same for New York. New York have a lot of fast cars. You just never see them unless they bring
Also,
themselves to be
yeah.
seen.
Okay,
also
so
depends.
name them.
Also depends the eighth or the quarter. There's a lot of
No,
fast.
to the quarter, not
to
to,
the
the
quarter.
eighth.
Like,
quarter.
you have options, but it all depends because you can say 3 people, but there's probably people who are way faster than those 3.
But for
So
what
it's
we know, Kaiju, Miguel, and
the Trackhawk, isn't that white shit from there?
the track
the twin turbo Trackhawk.
That thing is fast.
I feel like I've seen that. That's
There's
right
Is
here.
that the red
Gap
one?
Hawk.
Gap Hawk.
Yeah.
Oh
I feel like
shit.
I've seen
That thing's fast. But then the thing is, like I don't think New York and New Jersey should kind of fight each other. It's kind of more like they should join each other against Maryland. Like
Really?
Maryland's
Ooh.
different. Like Maryland, no cap. Like they'll probably fuck us up.
Yeah, they got the what's that?
Maryland?
Honda.
Again, there's
they got out
cars
there?
in
They
New
got
York.
GTRs out there. They got Staying Ant.
There's cars in New York that are killers, but you just will never know unless they let themselves be known.
That's what I'm saying.
Like if you go to the Bronx, you got the GTRs out there. You got those
See? Killers you will never really
killers
know
that you would
unless
never know. I don't even know their names. I just know the car. Those GTRs out in the Bronx. You got upstate New York. Those guys like Bill the Kid. Like they're from up there.
So what about there's no Honda guys that could put on for New York? No all-wheel drive Civics?
What's his name?
You gotta show
RPT
some love to the
New York?
Honda guys.
RPT's from New.
But he don't
RPT's,
got the Honda no more.
You got an Evo now.
Those
He has
were
a-
not from here, right?
Yeah, he's not from here.
But that wasn't really a Honda. That had a 4G.
It was an Evo with a Honda shell, basically.
But there's no Honda guys out here that could put on
Those
for
were
New
from
York.
here?
Oh yeah, there is.
All-wheel
about
drive
the,
Honda. Oh,
The real wheel.
not gonna lie. If it's on the
Rear-wheel drive?
who someone that
Yeah.
a car that you'd really never see outside also would be
Wait, what about the S2K?
Yep, that's what I was
That's
just gonna
so-
say.
Batman?
Oh, he's
Yeah,
from
I mean,
New York,
The
right?
that's the
Yeah, but
Collision
he's from
King.
Connecticut, no?
Oh,
No,
him, yeah.
The Collision King, the art like the really
The
light
blue
blue
shit, yeah.
S2K with the LS in it.
Oh, it's got an
Oh
LS in it.
yeah,
it used
yeah,
to have
yeah.
used to have a Honda motor. Now it's an LS in it, a turbo LS.
Yeah, that one I saw.
That thing it's moving.
Didn't that car just run at the track recently?
Yep.
Down
South.
down south. Yeah.
He's mad cool peoples too.
That car's. I didn't even see what it ran. That car was moving though.
I think it was no time. It was a no time event.
Yeah, I was waiting for the time. I'm like, damn, I want to see what.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I think Hesi showed his times on there. He was having issues.
Mackenzie with the vet.
Hesi, sorry.
Hesi.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Hesi was having issues with that car, I think.
But I think he ended up pulling it together towards the end.
Yeah.
Damn, that was actually, I forgot about that. Yeah, there was a lot of hitters out there too.
Yeah, but the one stock people is running New York right now.
One
Like
stock?
you got Peppa, you got also the OGs out there in Queens and Bronx. Like you don't see them outside.
So how would we know? Like, that's what I'm
You
saying.
wouldn't. You wouldn't know.
So when
Unless-
does they come out then?
They
Like track events they'll
rarely
go
come
to,
out.
but like if you're somebody like an old head who know that person, you call him out, he pops
Yep.
up, then yeah. So again, they're very discreet.
Like the black Mustang on the blower and then the silver Mustang with the twin turbos. They're old heads. That's the first time I've even seen them outside.
What?
They don't come out unless, you know, as he said.
So that's my thing, though. Like I said before, I feel like it's hard to say who the fastest is. So can we? Because I did an interview last week and I got kind of flamed a little bit. I didn't put the video out, but he mentioned that one stock put on for the B58. Can we all agree with that?
He was. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I do agree with that.
I'll say yeah.
He honestly like founded that stuff.
He what?
He founded that. Like
He founded.
He. I mean, I'm not gonna say too much, but he literally was a pioneer.
How so?
As I said, I can't say too much.
Nah, he said himself that he tested a lot of stuff before.
To be honest, he got all the turbo kits that are out now, and he's tested every single one of them.
Okay. No, I'm not. So I got a lot of. It was like a little thing because I had a long pause. I had to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I thought about it was because, like what we were just talking about, there's people that we don't know about that are actually doing things that aren't on social media that maybe have tested things out.
Yep.
So, but I do understand. Yes, he has put on. It wouldn't. If
he
it
was
wasn't
the
him,
main.
then people would've
He
known
was
who
literally the
Cars came
pioneer, though. He was the only one doing
Right.
it for B58s back then.
Right. So, I just wanted to see what you guys would think about that because I don't want everybody to think that I have an issue.
And you know, he's a humble ass dude too. Like everybody's like, I mean, I don't know about like humble, but like they're all very humble at the end of the day. Like
we try. He actually did a live last week where he mentioned that he wasn't going to do the podcast. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, because everyone wants him on the podcast.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people. I mean, at this point, everybody should be on the podcast.
I can
especially
imagine.
From New York. This isn't that kind of podcast. You're gonna come on here and we're gonna talk shit to you. Like,
yeah, of course.
I'm a curious. I like to find out.
There's just a lot of fast cars out here in New York that you'll never think of.
Those are the people I want to talk to. But then again, people don't really know who they are.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you know someone from out east in Mexico, Tyler No Boost.
Who?
Tyler No Boost.
Oh yeah, I talked to him. We're
We're
gonna do a podcast.
He has some fast cars. Like I'm talking about, like
He just bought old cars and make them shits. Yeah.
he buys Fox bodies and makes them.
I got a couple. Well,
It's
Didn't you send me his?
Yeah, we got. Yeah,
okay.
It's a
We
rocket
talked to
ship, basically. Those cars.
He was prepping for something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we definitely got to get those guys on the podcast. So if anybody is watching this right now, I'm not sure at this point. It's probably like don't know some people, but there are people who watch this. Honestly, I'm surprised because when I first did this, I was like, nobody's gonna fucking watch this shit.
No, yeah, yo, bro.
Like, who's gonna sit here and watch a podcast on people like when they already have channels where they're watching them already? But I think it's pretty cool to kind of get the background of everybody and so on. So tell them where to find you guys.
IG just happens _silver bullet.
My G D Boosted Chino. That's
Cool.
it.
So I appreciate you guys coming for
My second time, yeah.
My first time.
And your first time. How'd you feel this time?
The questions were much better.
You said the questions were much better. I think I asked the same questions, bro.
That day was not. It was more like it was better.
I don't even remember what I asked.
It was rushed last time. You could feel like that's what kind of.
Yeah, no, I was. Yeah, dude, I had the mics in front of you still. I had to have my girl grab him from the stand.
Honestly, it was my first time doing a podcast. It was his first time doing a podcast. So I didn't,
I do this like twice a week, but not for cars. I do it for real estate. So, yeah, it's I don't mind being on camera, but I just need energy.
Someone gotta interview you guys next.
Nah.
I
mean, I talk about whatever whatever I'm into car wise and what my stories were on here periodically, depending on who's on.
Gotcha.
But I feel like the only thing I would need to be interviewed on is pretty much how to like if you're a car person and you want to grow your social media and you want to build a brand, that's where I feel I excel in because that's basically what I did. I came out of nowhere. I'm not like I wasn't going to car shows and so on, but I was kind of known before for filming, but not for my car until I started doing Instagram and so on. So that's probably the only thing that I would get interviewed on. But other than that, I know about cars, Hondas, so on. But that's about it, man. I'm more interested in doing like the interviews and seeing what these guys are doing because it's a lifestyle that most people will never live, honestly.
100%.
Most people will never be in the streets. They might want to because, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, they're never going to be in your shoes, bro. This is for
Silvr.
For Silvr.
Chino already got one.
I got mine
Chino
already.
got his on.
Shout out Checkmate for real. Thank you for the
Yeah, shout out to
hospitality.
Checkmate. We got your name on the back.
Yeah, we got yours too in the back.
Yeah,
very
shout out
much.
Checkmate though, for real. Like the hospitality is crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Checkmate. Shout out to Willie. And yeah, so I think it's time
Wrap
to
this
head
up.
to the
Mexico.
Location,
Mexico.
yeah.
Mexico. Until next time, guys. Make sure you. What happened, babe? Oh, until next time, guys. Sorry. Until next time, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button, please. A lot of you guys watch these, and nobody's hitting the like button. So please hit the like button if you can, please. And also drop a comment below. Engage. We need the engagement on the podcast as well. And more importantly, please make sure you guys are listening. If you cannot watch, make sure you guys are listening on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Pandora, whatever. All the streaming platforms possible, because right now I think we're ranked at number 30 in all of the automotive podcasts. We dropped 4 places from 26.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't tell you that. Sorry.
That's cool.
Yeah, I checked. So in all automotive podcasts in the world, we're actually ranked number 30, which is pretty impressive because I'm not pushing audio heavy. But please, all you got to do is open up your Apple Podcast, Spotify, and search Street Alpha Podcast. And whatever you guys want to watch, just hit the download button or play button. And that's all we need, literally. And hit the sub button, too. So until next time, guys, appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.